Good afternoon and welcome to my bedroom. My name's Janine Booth and I'm going to be doing a few poems. So for the first one, we're going to go to my living room and hear a poem about a demographic of which the political establishment really ought to be very, very afraid. Somewhat like the angry youth, but rather longer in the tooth. We're gobby, feisty, loud, uncouth. We're disaffected middle-aged women. Kicking our heels against the wall, plotting in the shopping mall, go tell them we're not playing ball. We're disaffected middle-aged women, armed with sertraline prescriptions, feminist magazine subscriptions, complaints of various descriptions. We're disaffected middle-aged women. We won't be judged on how we dress. We're going to save the NHS. We're doing yoga for the stress. We're disaffected middle-aged women with the leadership skills of Princess Leia and the kicks of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We don't chill out, we add a layer. We're disaffected middle-aged women. We're meeting to plan our strategy, but the gates at school at 3:30, pumped up on hormone therapy. We're the disaffected middle-aged women. So bosses and sexists, be afraid. We're not your skivvy or your maid. We don't care if our colours fade. We're disaffected middle-aged women forming a gang on an estate near you. Fighting the cuts and misogyny too, then home in time for a refreshing brew with a disaffected middle-aged women. Thank you very much. So next we're going out on my estate, obviously at a safe social distance, sandwiched between a little clip before and a little clip afterwards, because round here, as I'm sure you have been doing in your area, we've been clapping for carers on a Thursday night. So we've got a little bit of footage at the beginning and after the poem, a little bit of footage suggesting something else we might do to improve on the clapping for carers. Claps from windows, claps and doors, claps with power and verve. Wave on wave of loud applause our care workers deserve. Applause spread fast round our estate. Applause helps us unite. Applause lets us appreciate the ones who lead this fight. Claps ring through the evening air. Claps are on the BBC. Claps show them how much we care. But workers need their PPE. Applause is strong, applause is good from isolation cages. We'd keep on clapping if we could, applaud them better wages. Boris Johnson claps and waves, and Hancock hails them heroes. But Tory leaders froze their pay and pegged their rise at zero. Applause fills streets and shakes the trees. Applause with warm sincerity. But hospitals are on their knees from a decade of austerity. So clap for workers night and day who need more than our charity. Let's march in millions when we may and strike in solidarity.
Test, test, test. PPE. Keep key workers virus free.
So a certain set of political ideologues seem to have gone rather quiet over the last month or so. So it's back to the living room now to ask, wherefore art thou, capitalism? No one's saying leave it to the markets. No one's claiming competition's key. The stockbrokers will lead us from the darkness. None are sneering now at stuff for free. No one says that laissez-faire will sort it. No one argues we'll be saved by greed. None declare just those who can afford it should get the test or get the care they need. No one says we need more speculators, and no one's calling care workers unskilled. No one waits for private ventilators. No one thinks compassion should be billed. None contend the rich should keep their fortunes instead of sharing wealth for common good. No one says they wouldn't pool resources and help the sick and frightened if they could. No one says it's fine to charge your damnedest. Supply will match demand and set the prices. None pronounce that mutual aid is madness. No one trusts a banker in a crisis. So where are Adam Smith and Milton Friedman? Where's triumphant capitalism hiding? Where's the wealth of nations when you need them? Tell the stock exchanges when you find them. But keep your guard for when the crisis passes and profit praisers raise their voice anew. When corporate beggars claim their place as masters, remember, solidarity got us through. Tell them that we won't go back to serve them. Tell them profit damages our health. Share the riches, for we all deserve them, and build the democratic commonwealth. That poem is included in an anthology we published as an ebook last week called Coronaverse's Poems from the Pandemic. And very soon on your screen will appear a picture of its cover and the URL for where you can buy it as an ebook. So please do. This next one I wrote before the coronavirus pandemic. I wrote it earlier this year when the government announced it was going to bring in a points-based immigration system and that unskilled people, such as care workers, would not meet the criteria to come into the country. And that seems particularly pertinent now. This is called Unskilled.
You don't have skills. You're just a carer, a labourer, an apron wearer. You smear on cream and dish out pills. You don't have skills. You don't have skills, you just wipe arses, the underside of the underclasses. You mop up drool, make tea and chat. Where's the skill in that? You're a manual handler, a heavy lifter, a later night and early shifter. You're a miracle worker, a first responder, a 15-minute magic wonder, a jargon buster and explainer, understander, try againer, a kit inspector, a friend and neighbour, a disinfector, a dressing changer, a food preparer, a medicator, a burden bearer, an educator, precious company, progress praiser, rarely grumpy, spirit raiser, hoister, shopper, cleaner, duster, moisture mopper, dose adjuster, symptom spotter, reading taker, note jotter, arrangement maker, passage easer, pain reliever, comfort giver, help for griever. But you don't work with lathes and drills. You don't have skills. Your wages barely pay your bills. You don't have skills. You're patient, caring, brave, strong-willed, but still unskilled. That's why that vacancy's unfilled.
Funny, isn't it, that when world leaders comment on disastrous events, they only seem to be able to say one thing. This is called Thoughts and Prayers. Racist terror, thoughts and prayers. Coffin bearer, thoughts and prayers. Crossing, drowning, thoughts and prayers. Solemn, frowning, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers and sad reactions. Thoughts and prayers, but never actions. Stabbed and killed, thoughts and prayers. Life unfulfilled, thoughts and prayers. Death in prison, thoughts and prayers. No decision, just thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers, respectful silence. Thoughts and prayers, but yet more violence. Killer storms, thoughts and prayers. Global warming, thoughts and prayers. Climate chaos, thoughts and prayers. Recycled pathos, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers and resolutions, thoughts and prayers but no solutions. Thoughts and prayers and bare exchanges, thoughts and prayers but nothing changes. They've bought up shares in thoughts and prayers. And that's goodbye from me in my bedroom. Please enjoy the rest of the fest and keep supporting We Shall Overcome. I've been Janine Booth. See ya.